I know, I'm just taking pictures. Hi,
How you doing?
my name's Ken Kaplan. What's yours?
Ken, I'm Chris Costanzo, City of Richmond.
Okay.
I'm with the building department,
Okay.
Planning and Building Services. You've already met Dwayne.
We've met before.
Yep.
Okay. Here to let you know that you need to stop the work that you're doing. You don't have the appropriate permits.
I came in this morning and met with the Chief of Code Enforcement, and I asked him if he could please point it out to me because all I'm doing is cleaning.
You've got grading operations going on here.
Well,
and Dwayne, as I understand it, already informed you yesterday that you needed to stop. There's two issues here: the grading without the appropriate permits.
Okay.
And
how am I grading?
well, you've got stockpiles of soils and
That's cleaning.
base. No, you're actually grading.
Didn't I show you the pictures? Well, did you see the pictures of what this place looked like?
I'm not really here to argue that point. I'm here to direct you that you need to stop until you get the appropriate approvals, and that's in reference to the grading.
Please show me the grading rule. I just don't understand
it's in our
it.
ordinance, Chapter 12 of the
What about the not required for a permit? I can do grading work up to 30 inches, raise my grade.
Again, sir, I'm not here to argue that with you. What you're doing here requires, Dwayne's already made that determination, it requires a permit. I've seen other pictures that you've done a little bit more than cleaning here. So
let me stop you right there, please. Can I just explain you what I'm doing? Honestly, this is a garbage dump. There were things buried 2 feet deep that were toxic. Yeah, I dug them up, and now I'm putting it back to flat. Before, the fill was poisonous, and now it's all dirt.
And that sort of operation requires appropriate regulation, permits and regulations. So let's not argue about that at this point.
I went in and met with the Chief of Code Enforcement. I don't want to argue with you. I asked him, could you please come out here 2 weeks ago? I left him 3 messages, recorded messages. He refused to answer my phone calls. Now you're coming and telling me I have to cease and desist. When I'm a one-man business and I'm not making any money, I need to finish this.
Well, you can't until you get the appropriate approvals. The second issue is that, as it's been explained to me, the use you're proposing for this site is not an allowed use.
Well, I have a person in the planning department telling me it was, and within 2 years it might change, and yes, I'm getting in there under the wire now. I have it on film. I have it on film, that's why I've got this thing rolling.
Well, this is what we need to do.
Okay.
Stop work. I'm going to put a red tag up there.
Well, what does a red tag mean? Does that mean they're going to arrest me if I run my own equipment? I'm trying to stop it from flooding.
Hopefully it means that you abide by it, you don't continue working, and it doesn't even get to that level.
Okay, can you open up, or I'll turn on my laptop and then we can just read over it, the grading permit requirements?
No, I'm not here to argue about that. The work you've described to me yourself requires a permit, okay? So you need to stop.
Removing waste.
Yes.
Requires a permit.
Yeah, yes, it does. Underground waste, absolutely. You need to stop. Okay.
Okay. Well, can we just walk around and you take a look with me?
No, I'm posting a stop work notice. You can come in after the fact and meet with us. I believe Tim and Mr. Mitchell would like to schedule that anyway.
Why have I become such a target in the city of Richmond where there's crime? Since you're the code enforcement guy, can I tell you some code violations since you're here, or do I have to write that down?
No, I'm here to deal with the issue at hand.
Okay, I will comply with your request when you comply with my request for all the other code violations that are within 100 yards of me. Could you please be equal in enforcing the law and enforce all the law and not just come in and strong arm me? That's just not fair.
I'm not coming in here and strong arm.
Well, yeah, you have 3 police officers. This one had her gun out on me while my dogs were playing in the grass a week ago.
Well, like I said, you need to stop work. I'm going to post a red tag and ask that you abide by it.
Do I have the right to find out who reported me? Or is that just...
I got the referral from code enforcement. I don't know.
Okay. Who referred you to come down here and take a look?
We wouldn't divulge that information. Anyway.
Oh, you wouldn't? Okay. Well, I guess then the neighbors who threatened to kill me won't know that it's me that's turning them in and having half of their people move out of their house across the street. Since they're more than likely the people that were threatening my life and keyed my truck and possibly stole some of the 5 things that were stolen at 5 different occasions when you didn't respond. And that's also where the gunshots came when you didn't respond. But I can't clean up dirt. This is really rich. It's going to be great on YouTube. Well, I'm going to walk around real quick while you do your writing, and I'm going to show what I'm doing so other people can understand. You don't even want to take a look at it. You never even got out of your truck. I'm just trying to show you. See this in the truck? That's garbage. I'm removing garbage from the property. I don't understand. That doesn't, what? Where does it say I need to get a permit to remove garbage? I don't understand. Does cleaning require a permit?
You're doing more than cleaning, sir.
Well, no, I'm not. That's why I'm asking you to come look and let me show you what I'm doing.
Okay, you've already told me yourself that you've removed some underground storage tanks, right? So,
No, I haven't removed. No, I haven't said that. It's all recorded. See, now you're saying I'm saying things I didn't, and we're on camera. No, I did not. We can replay this if you'd like. No, I didn't remove any underground storage
Yeah, I
tanks.
really don't either.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, you can bet on that. But here, you don't even want to look at what I've done.
I can see what you've done. I don't need to walk the side.
Okay, this is natural. This was here when I bought the place. I've got pictures of before.
Uh-huh.
I've got the pictures of the 5 truckloads, plus most of that I took out of my neighbor's yard because he was nice enough to let me store my stuff while I evened out the soil so it would compact correctly so I can do my slab. All I'm doing is removing toxic waste. I didn't know that
Removing
garbage,
toxic waste would require appropriate regulation.
55-gallon drums sitting on the ground that are starting to leak. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's news to me.
Sir, I really don't want to argue
Well,
with you about it.
I don't
just
want to argue
you
with
to
you either.
Take a couple steps back.
I wish you
and
guys
walk through the process the way you should have to begin with.
Well,
okay?
I wish you guys would enforce all the laws uniformly, okay? Like people shooting guns across the street, and I call 911 and no one comes. Me being robbed 5 times, the city causing me to spend $4,000 to survey my property for a tree that's planted in perfect line with that tree. It's the same exact type of tree. And then when the person came and cut the tree down from the city, after I paid $4,000 and found out I had 200 more square feet of property because the survey showed that, and now I can move my fence, he had the gall to tell me that he didn't believe the survey was correct. So that's the way I've been treated. Do you think you'd feel any different than me if you came in here and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and all you got was grief when I went in prematurely before I started and spent 2 weeks trying to get a hold of your boss, Tim Higueras, who did not return the phone calls? I have everything recorded.
Okay.
I've done nothing wrong. I requested, could you please tell me, is this
You
okay?
have started work that
I couldn't get anyone to answer a phone call. What is wrong with you?
Please, nothing.
Okay. Just so you understand, I won't be moving any dirt, but I will be making it secure so I don't get robbed. Is that illegal? Sir? Can I have your business card too, please? Is it illegal for me to move my equipment, load my truck, and go home?
No, you can certainly do that.
Okay. Well, that's
Absolutely.
awful nice of you. That's all I was doing when you drove up anyway. I wasn't moving dirt.
It's what's gone on before.
Here, let me show you this. Let me show you all the stuff in the back of the truck.
Let me do what I've got to do
Okay.
first.
Why don't you put it on the pole where the power is at, power pole, on the opposite side?
Do you guys often come out on calls like this? When you could be fighting crime and answering 911 calls
We have
about
plenty
gun
of
shells?
officers out there answering calls for service and fighting crime, sir. We were
You don't answer any of my calls. I have them all recorded and you're not showing up.
requested to come out here by my supervisor, and that's why we're here.
I know.
Otherwise,
Don't you feel
if
kind of funny?
If the request wasn't made, Mr. Kaplan, we'd be doing something else.
I had a man assault me the other night.
Did you call police?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Did
He was a
someone show
block
up?
away investigating a burglary, and the burglar was more than likely the guy that assaulted me.
Did the officer show up and take care of it?
And then the very next day, 24 hours later, parked where my Dodge pickup is right there, he was camping out. He didn't know that this is where I was staying. And when I went out there to see who it was, parking at 8 o'clock at night, usually it's people turning tricks or doing drug deals.
8 o'clock at night, could be somebody coming home.
No, this was a car that I don't recognize. I've been here a year. Anyway,
That's not
he gets
long
out of
enough
his
to
car
know
and comes at
everybody
me.
Lives in the neighborhood. But okay.
We all kind of look out for each other around here. He's
Okay.
not someone that anybody recognizes, okay? It turns out he was the person that I saw at 4 in the morning that I thought might have been breaking into a car while I was walking my dogs on leash. So a block later, there's 2 patrol officers, and I go, excuse me, I was just assaulted by a homeless man in his car, and they didn't put 2 and 2 together that he might be the burglar. And then I came and took a video when he was trying to run me over, like I was explaining to you this morning, and no follow-up.
How do you know?
I asked for a follow-up on what happened.
We're fine.
They
Thank you
said,
for asking.
we think God, am I really that threatening to you guys?
Uh,
I mean, I don't understand why there's so many police here. What am I going to do? I'm one
In
person.
a conversation with Mr. Kaplan as we speak. I'll give you a call when we're done. I'm sorry.
Is it really that much of a threat to have 3 police officers come for little old me?
Well, actually, this is you can consider them one police officer because they're riding in the same car together. she's training for a new position.
Yeah. She
with
shouldn't
this-
have had her gun out when my dogs were laying on the grass
with
playing
this
either. That wasn't very
What are you
nice.
talking about?
Me?
Oh no, I'm sorry, it wasn't.
Oh
you.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
a woman.
No, they don't all look alike. So this is actually just 2 officers in a sense.
Okay, 3 human beings wearing badges and guns.
Yeah, but no one's been threatening. We've been standing here this whole time having idle
I know.
chit-chat talking.
See how nice my dogs are? Windows are down.
Well, they
I'm
barked a
raising my
couple of
voice.
times.
Well, that's what canines are supposed to do.
They're doing their job. I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
mad at
really,
them.
really
I'm
good
not
dogs.
upset.
Sorry, I confused you with another woman that had her gun out. I really am, Sue. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice you. I just saw the height and the body type. I wasn't looking at your skin color. So you can write a proper report. Can I walk around the yard and just show you a before and after picture of what I've done? Please.
I've got photos from Google of what was here before, and
Yeah,
Wayne's
pretty ugly,
also
huh? Leaking tractors.
so you need to stop, as we talked about
Okay.
already. You can.
So what is the protocol for getting
If
a...
you let me finish, I'll get to that.
okay.
What you need to do is stop the grading.
I'm loading my truck and going home. I'm out of clean clothes. I've been here a week.
If I could finish, please. All right.
I've
The-
agreed to stop.
Okay. 2 things that need to take place first of all. This pile of base rock that you have here, I would like you to move this front part back so that the natural drainage through the gutter here can take place and it's not trapped there and creating other issues.
Well, then I'm grading. You're contradicting yourself again.
Sir, let's not, huh? Please just do
I'm
what
just
I'm
using
asking.
logic. I'm using logic. I have a logical brain. I'm a mechanic by trade. And when someone tells me I can't do something and then 2 minutes later they tell me I have to grade,
I'm not asking you to grade. I'm asking you to pull the rock that you dumped there
That's
out
grading.
of the way.
okay, I'm just
Okay.
messing with you. I'm sorry.
Well,
I can't help it.
I-
This is just ridiculous
well,
as far as I'm concerned.
I'd rather not
I hope
mess
you go home and
with
feel
you
like
and-
you're really doing a great job and, you know.
Okay, so that
not
I'd
hurting
like you to take
anybody.
care of that, and then cease all operations until you have the appropriate permits for them.
Okay.
You can call both Tim and Mr. Mitchell. They're waiting to have a sit down with you at some future date to discuss what you need to do moving forward. And
Now,
it's
will
my-
I be able to, by law, as I was told by the city attorney in City Hall, be here with my camera when that happens?
I don't know that the meeting will take place here, but that
Well, anywhere the meeting takes
that's
place.
a turn. That's
I
a-
voluntarily turned off my camera when I was told by the city attorney I did not have to because they weren't going to continue
Well,
if I did.
that's a question for an attorney. I'm not an attorney. I'm
Yeah,
a building
well,
inspector.
Your city
Okay?
attorney. I mean, you're all part of the same club. You should know what the laws are.
Do you have a set of plans for what you intend to build here?
I don't intend to build anything right now.
Okay, even for your slab?
Did
No, that's not required according to what I've read, and that's why I thought, let's be on the safe side, even though I can read it pretty much word by word, that it says things not required. I don't need a permit for an oil derrick. I don't need a permit to raise my grade 30 inches. I don't need a permit to put up my 8-foot fence if it complies with the commercial requirements for a fence. I already had that exempted when I showed them a picture of the type of wood I'm going to be using. So all I've done is my due diligence, and I've called Mr. Higuera 3 times, recorded all 3. I went to the office, I left a voicemail, and I sent him an email. And I think there were 2 phone calls, but I didn't find I think there was a 4th one. So I think that's you guys being really remiss in your duty when I didn't want to do this without this. And now here we are. All my safeguards and all my due diligence is completely out the window because everything I did and you guys didn't answer your phone, and now I'm in trouble and you're wasting all this money and time of 3 police officers and him escorting you and saying that I'm grading when I'm not. I mean, this is a flat lot. I'm not making a mound in the middle. I'm removing the garbage
So,
that was half buried
in the
in the
interest
ground.
of moving forward, I can't change what's gone on in the past. It's
But
the
do you
past.
understand my frustration? Please.
I understand that you're
Thank
frustrated.
you.
Absolutely.
No, you don't understand the frustration of calling the city.
I just told you. I understand that you're frustrated. Okay. Now let's move
Okay.
forward. The past is the past.
Not really. The past is affecting my future.
Sir, the past is the past. I need you to open up that drain course there so that the rains that are coming can drain properly, and then stop all the operations.
Well, I'm
until
not
you
going
have
to
the
do any more
appropriate
grading because
approvals.
I have to correctly compact, or else it's all going to
Okay.
sink and crack. You know that.
So, are we clear about that?
Yeah. My
Okay.
$300,000 of equipment's now sitting here without a fence. Now, do I get money back from the city if it gets stolen because I'm told to cease and desist after I ask
You
permission?
can remove equipment if you need to. There's nothing wrong with taking
Yeah,
your
but I was
tractors out
under
of
the
here.
impression that everything was okay when 3 phone calls didn't get a return call. So I thought, well, it's good to go. Here it is in writing. I don't need to do
Sir,
anything to
With
clean
all
my
due
yard.
respect, I don't want to continue going in circles, okay?
We're not going in circles. I'm
We
just
are.
telling you facts, and you're just ignoring the fact that I did what I was supposed to do.
No, because if you did, sir, you would have a permit.
No, if you did what you were supposed to do, which
Okay.
is return a phone call.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Rag
and-
dog.
Do you understand that?
Thank
Did
you
you
very
hear
much.
what just went on?
No,
Did
I wasn't paying attention at all.
I called 3 times to get approval, and now they're out here after I have it all recorded, telling me I can't do this after I've tried 3 times.
You recognize that we have no authority to stop.
I understand that, but don't you have a conscience? Don't you have a
No,
more?
I don't actually.
Really?
No.
God damn! I
That's what
wish I
makes
was
me
like
really
you.
good. That's
You
what
probably
makes me-
sleep like a baby, don't you?
Every night. That's what makes me really good at this job.
I know. I got friends who are
wouldn't take
cops, and
little- I
man,
wouldn't take women and little old kids to jail by the conscience. Technically, it should make you feel bad, right?
I think you're probably just doing it for the money.
Oh,
And
it's
somewhere
always-
along the line, you probably cared in the beginning, but
No,
you
I
can't
grew
remember
up-
that.
I grew up in this city.
I'm a really sloppy grader, so it may take me a couple days.